What's going on? Joe R. Vintage Pokemon with some more vintage Pokemon card mail. We're talking WotC, Wizards of the Coast card goodness. So stick around. We're going to open this bad boy up and see what we got inside. Okay, so I got a couple of really cool things to show you guys today. I know how much everybody loves the old error cards, but listen, if this is your first time at the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. We do Wizards of the Coast, vintage Pokemon cards all the time here, so make sure you stick around and give us a like and a subscribe and all that good stuff. Get rid of that. Oh, we got lots of tape. Okay, all right, so we're going to get this tape off here. Zoop, just like that. And these cards are not the only thing we've got for today. We actually have a little something else also. A little bit of a blast from the past. It's not actually Pokemon cards per se, but it is vintage. So that's always really cool. We always like the vintage. Let's see. Well, keep these a little bit of an interesting surprise. We got some nice error cards today for you. Okay, good. Get rid of that. All right, this is from my buddy Tyler. So thank you, Tyler. We bought this entire lot. He was in a rush to sell, and I said, look, I'm only going to buy these if it's for basically $100. I gave him a flat offer, and he said, no problem. So that's what we got for these, and let's see what we have to show for it. We have, first up, a Wigglytuff. And yes, we are dealing with some jungle no symbol errors. That's no symbol here. There should be a flower symbol to let you know that this is the jungle set. And some of these are some pretty nice condition cards. This is the Wigglytuff, and you can see not a lot of edge wear to show for on the backside. So this is a really clean card right here. Very, very nice. And Wigglytuff, for those Wigglytuff collectors out there, he's a hard big boy to grade sometimes. There's a lot of holo pattern. We got Victory Bell. Victory Bell doesn't really get enough love, I think. Very clean card again, I believe. Most of these are going to be between light play and near mint condition. There's, I think, one that I know for a fact is very played, but really awesome error set to collect. You know, a lot of times errors are one-offs, so you go after just one card. This is an entire set of errors, which I think makes it really unique in Pokemon history and also really cool. We get the Venomoth. And this is not a full set. This is only, I think, 9 cards? 9 cards? So you got the Venomoth there. The Vaporeon. That's a beauty right there. You look on the backside. Vaporeon looking good. And I got to take a closer look at some of these because obviously we are not taking a very close look at the surface because there's going to be scratches, I think, on these. And you can see already those are scratches that are on the card, I'm pretty sure, not on the top loader itself. But, I mean, you still can't beat... That's worst case scenario, that's lightly played. So we're talking a jungle, no symbol error, Vaporeon, lightly played condition. That's always really good. And we have the Pinsir here, and this one I know is beat up. It's pretty beat. And you can see, yeah, look at that, right away, before you can even take a look at anything else. It's very evident that there's edge wear on this bad boy. So this one is definitely a played condition, but for those of you out there hunting those no symbol error cards, I mean, this is perfect for the binder collection. It's perfect for if you're trying to grab these, and they're not super cheap. I mean, it's not a tough set to go after. Obviously, the evolutions are the big heavy hitters of the set, and Snorlax, of course. Everybody loves that Snorlax. Speaking of big boys, there he is, the old Snorlax. And this one I think is also a very nice condition. You can look, I don't even see any real edge wear on him. I mean, that is a really, really solid card. We're going to slap that into the grading pile. That's for a future submission when PSA opens its doors to a little lower level tier again. I mean, I could probably submit that as a $50 tier card because I'm expecting probably at least an 8 on him from PSA. We got the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, I think, also gets a little bit shafted. I think some of that is definitely the top loader. Yeah, that's definitely the top loader. You see all those scratches. I mean, that's not the foil. There there we have the queen of them. A little bit of schmutz down there. That might not be on the card. I'm not sure. We'd have to take it out to find out, but we're okay with that. Now you can see again, all of these missing that symbol. So that's why these are all error cards. Flippity flop, we have the Clefable, rivaling its big brother pre-release Clefable. Very, very hard card to grade the pre-release Clefable. It's never graded 10 before. This one, definitely a lightly played condition card, a little bit of edge wear there at the top. Still a lovely card to have in your collection. Gotta have it. It's part of the whole 16 set. I think there's 16 holos in Jungle set, off the top of my head. And we have Electro to round it on out. So a few missing here from the set in total, but we got some really, really nice ones in here, including the Wigglytuff, the Snorlax, the Vaporeon, and just a really cool set. And I've shown it before on this channel and other pickups that I've made. I would say this is probably one of the things that is kind of sitting back in my collection that I have just a lot of. I have quite a few of these. I'm not a big dog when it comes to, you know, the stock it and store it for a year's game, but, you know, I've got quite a few of these now back in the stockpile, and they're pretty good. All right, so we're not done yet. We're not done. We're not done. Because we actually have two more things that I picked up recently. We have 1 and 2, and they're not Pokemon cards, but I feel like a lot of people, if you have any love for Pokemon, you know what these are, and you just can't help but smile when you look at them, because they're still, like, 20 years later, they're still just super cool. And they're not crazy valuable either. I mean, these are really easy for any of you guys that are beginner collectors out there. You're looking to get something that you'd love to display in your man cave, like I've got here. This is a cool thing to grab because they're not super expensive, and they're easily affordable to pick up. You've got the gold-plated Pokeball Pokemon cards. I guess you could call them Pokemon cards. They're not really Pokemon cards, but yeah, who am I kidding? But we've got the Charizard and we've got the Pikachu, and both of them come with certificates of authenticity. I mean, when it comes from a Burger King, how legit is a certificate of authenticity? I have to question, but really, really cool. I mean, they're, I think, 24 karat gold plated, and they've got some information there on the back side of the card. See if you guys can read that. I mean, I can't right now. I'm wearing my glasses, and I can't read that, but I'm looking at a tiny phone screen. I can't bring it any closer to my eyes, but really cool design on the back. And we got Charizard just flame throwing it up, just sitting there. And we have the certificate of authenticity, of course, as well, because what is a Pokemon item without a certificate? I really love this too because it's you know, it's shiny. It says Charizard Pokemon Special Edition 23 karat gold plated trading card. You see the backside. Oh, I didn't even realize there was much on the backside. This Pokemon Special 23 karat gold plated trading card has been produced to the highest standards for Nintendo of America. How high are Nintendo standards though? Really? Because we know they can be low at times. It is made from the highest quality alloy, all right? To ensure lasting value, long life, and beauty, we suggest that it remain in the clear cover in which it was delivered. Fingerprints and exposure to weather will cause the superb finish to tarnish. Now that is true. That is true. Because I have seen these before that have been opened and handled with fingers, and touching them will leave smudges and over time a little bit of tarnish. I'm not sure if that's something that can be easily cleaned up or not, but it is something that can happen to these. So you definitely, when you buy them, make sure that they are either new or very well taken care of, because you don't want to get it in the mail and find that it's all scratched up, tarnished up, and smudged up, because, you know, a picture from far away can look perfect, and you zoom up in on it, and it's got all kinds of perfections. Hey, there we go. A little tough to balance without the card inside. There's Pikachu for you. And again, these are pretty affordable too. They're not super expensive, which is pretty darn cool. I mean, the Charizard with the box is around $40, okay? I'm not sure how much Pikachu is, but I'm guessing Pikachu's probably around the same amount. Maybe Mewtwo would be as well. But I'm sure the other ones, like Poliwhirl, I think is dirt cheap if you want the Poliwhirl. But there's a total of, I think, 6 or 7 of these. We'll take a look at the box in a second. But there's the Pikachu gold-plated from good old Nintendo of America. And we have here our certificate of authenticity for Pikachu. So definitely make sure if you do buy it, you got the authenticity with it. Because I think a lot of collectors really like that little piece, that little added flair of notoriety that comes with it. And let's see, which box is this? This is the Charizard box in particular. And the boxes all look pretty much the same. If you got the box, great. It doesn't add a ton of value. I'm sure there's some people that really want the box. There's 6 total. We've got Charizard, Pikachu, which are definitely the top dogs here. Jigglypuff, Poliwhirl, Mewtwo, and then we have Togepi, just kind of bringing up the rear because, you know, he's adorbs, I guess. And there's the advertisement, bottom of the box, top of the box, all that good stuff. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Just sharing a little bit of lovely Pokemon nostalgia. And don't forget to like and subscribe because this is what we do here. It's my favorite thing to talk about, favorite thing to show on the channel. And I try to put out content pretty regularly. It's kind of sporadic, but you know, about once a month at the worst is usually what I'm talking. So stick around. More great vintage content coming up shortly. See you next time. Joe R out.